The concept of the American dream is one that emphasizes prosperity, success, and the pursuit of happiness. This week, we check out some compelling stories from your city. And visit a few outdoor locations in Las Vegas, North Bay, Santa Barbara, and St. Louis. These make some pretty interesting date ideas that stray from the usual weekend wine and dine. Welcome to the American dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first story is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear what they have to share this week.
With home prices going up and up over the last 7-8 years, you might wonder whether it makes more sense to continue to rent right now or buy. Historically, the numbers have been pretty close together. If you take a look at the chart here, normally it's about 25%, 26% of someone's median income to pay rent each month versus 21, 22% to purchase a home. But lately, though, you can just throw all the rules and regular and historical norms out the window. Take a look at the current market. It's over 27% of your income for median rent in this country and only 17% of your income to purchase a home. So there's now a 10% disparity there between the two. It makes much more sense to own a home. The reason, even though home prices have gone up, income, jobs, wages have all been good the last 10 years, and interest rates have come down somewhat unexpectedly. Now that said, home prices are expected to continue to rise. There's going to be a ton of demand over the next 4 or 5 years as millennials come into the market to purchase homes, and interest rates certainly aren't going to stay low forever. We're at historical lows right now. They're probably going to creep up a little bit from here. So if you've been thinking about stopping renting and paying your landlord's mortgage and getting on the path to home ownership, take a look at that now. Don't delay. This has been Ryan Kiefer with Prime Lending, your Mortgage Minute.
I have loved you from the moment I met you. I think you're the most beautiful, loving, inspirational woman I've ever met in my entire life. Please do me the honor of asking for your hand in marriage. Will you marry me?
Yes.
This is my favorite community in Liberty Township, Carriage Hill. You have a barn, you have 2 swimming pools, one for kids and families, one for adults only. You have a dog park. I know you guys have a few dogs, so there's a dog park. You have walking, biking trails. So this is a perfect community for everyone. Let's go check out this house to see if this checks all your boxes.
Oh, wow.
So here's your office, Michael, so you can work a little more.
This is beautiful.
Look at the finishes. Look at the tray ceiling, build-ins. I mean, the view. Dream big.
I love it.
Wood floors throughout the whole first floor. When you walk in, you have a bar, perfect for entertaining and parties.
Wow.
I know you guys enjoy your social life. And this is my favorite part of the house, kitchen.
Wow.
Imagine inviting the family.
Tray ceiling, you have family room connected with the kitchen. You have enough space for dining. Hearth room with a beautiful stone fireplace. Look at the trims and finishes. Perfect stove for you to cook and entertain big parties.
That's one of our must needs. I wanted a gas stove.
And then it connects right to the hearth room. Stone fireplace, perfect for TV. Just chill out and look outside the window. So this property sits on 2.5 acres right in the heart of Liberty Township. You have privacy with the woods. There's a little creek in your backyard. You have 3-car garage plus a big barn in the back, so you can store all your toys. Perfect yard for dogs.
Yes.
I know it was important for you to have a big yard for dogs to run around.
And how many acres is it?
2.5 acres.
Wow.
This property has privacy. You can come outside on the deck in the morning, sip a cup of coffee, look at the woods. Let's go check it out. And it flows right from the kitchen, so for your entertaining, you're right there.
Oh, look at this.
This is beautiful.
And you can grill, watch football games.
I do like to do a nice little steak and a hamburger for football.
I love it.
I do. I like it. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
My kingdom. Phenomenal. I mean, look. I mean, it's just it's perfect. It is.
Like you just like in paradise.
I love it. Where do we sign the papers?
Let's get the shoulder roll. Let's make it happen.
Our national story this week takes us to some fun outdoor locales. But first, we hear from one more professional from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
As we head into winter, you might think it's not the best time to sell your home. When most people think about the home purchase market, they think about the spring and summer. But take a look at the numbers here. You know, home inventory continues to be low. The dark blue chart here, the dark blue numbers are new homes, the amount of inventory. There's about 6 months or so worth of new home supply, which is normal or average. But existing homes, there's only about 4.1 months supply nationally. And I would tell you that it's very much still a tale of two markets out there, and that the starter home inventory, so locally 150 to 200, maybe 250,000 range, that inventory is very, very low. You're down around just 2 to 3 months worth of inventory, so very competitive out there, still multiple offers. So if you have one of those homes and you've been thinking about selling, but you were going to put it off until the spring, you might want to go ahead and act now, because there is still very much demand. There are a lot of buyers out there looking for homes, and typically buyers that are out there this time of year are very, very serious. They have to move for a reason. Might be relocation, divorce, whatever. Much more serious buyers. So get off the fence, get your home listed with a realtor, and get on the path to home ownership and trading up into that new home of your dreams. This has been Ryan Kiefer with Prime Lending and your Mortgage Minute.
I hope you learned something interesting about your city and enjoyed the local content. Up next, we head to Las Vegas to check out a 100-year-old orchard with Laura Harbinson and Bill Gaylord.
Bill! Bill, I'm lost! I can't find you!
Where are you?
I give up. I can't find him.
Laura, I've been behind you the whole time.
Oh my gosh!
Bill Gaylord here with Laura Harbinson, broker owner of Realty Executives Southern Nevada Properties. And Laura, where are we today?
Today we are at Gilcrease Orchards in Las Vegas. Absolutely amazing, amazing place, icon of Las Vegas. Been here 100 years. We need to go find Mark, who's the manager, to show us around.
And where's Mark?
He said follow the donut signs.
The donuts?
So let's go.
Let's go to the donuts.
Hey, Hey, Mark, thanks for having us today. Are you ready to show us around?
Let's do it.
Yeah, this place is crazy, huh?
Mark, this is a madhouse. There's people everywhere.
It is.
I can't wait to see it.
So, Mark, these are the Pink Lady apples.
That's correct. These are our latest apples of the season.
Okay, so you've had apples since around, what, May, you said?
No, apples in July, and then there's a break, and then we have them again in October.
Okay, so then the fall and the spring are your busy times. What happens in the spring?
So in the spring, we have open up in March, and we have asparagus, which is very delicious. And we have carrots, beets, and leafy greens, and other things like that.
So the kids can come and pick their own carrots and all too?
Right.
Okay, kind of like a little treasure hunt where they can see what size they can find.
Right.
You know, so I really miss that hayride. Is there any chance that we could do that today?
Sure.
All right, let's go do it. So Hannah, what is your favorite part about working at Gilcrease Orchard?
Definitely meeting all of the cool people that like to come out here, especially this year we got a lot of news coverage, so a lot more people have been coming out this year, and it makes it super busy, but I really love seeing all the people. The kids come in their costumes. It is the cutest thing. They think picking their own pumpkin is like the highlight of their year, so that's the most fun seeing, is just all the people out here. Just being around for fall time is my favorite time of the year. The vibe is just like so nice. So I really love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now you grew up here? Did you?
Yeah, born and raised.
And did you come out here as a kid?
Oh yeah, all the time. I got all my plums, my pluots, my nectarines from here. It was like my favorite fruits. I always came here. Haven't come in most recent years, which I probably should, because they have some of the best produce out here. Especially in the springtime, it's like all you could imagine. We've got it. Yeah, it's really the best.
Right, it was supposed to be the best farming land in the entire valley.
Yeah.
So the Gilcrease family purchased this land in 1920, is that correct?
Right. They came down from Reno, purchased this land, grew alfalfa because there was a spring on property, and so they had the water, they could do it. And since then, we've been growing fruit trees and lots of vegetables. So it's been very fun.
So this is a nonprofit foundation, just giving back to the community, basically. How many people a day come?
So it depends on the time of year, but we get school field trips Monday through Friday, and usually in the spring and the fall, we get about 300 a day that come through here.
Wow.
And so about 12,000 kids a year in organized school field trips, plus when they come with their families on the weekend.
Right. Yeah, this place is hot. It's Tuesday morning and this place is hopping.
Yeah, it's busy.
I can't believe it.
Busy place.
That's great. Well, let's, I think I'm gonna go find your pumpkin patch.
So Laura, I am exhausted.
Me too.
This place has everything. It's such a great day.
So much fun. I've loved coming here for the last 25 years that I've known about it. And my kids have loved it, and I've really enjoyed introducing you and all of our viewers
I'm coming back.
Gilcrease Orchard. So.
I hope you enjoyed our last segment and feel inspired to check out an orchard in your neighborhood. Next, let's head to Suisun Valley, California to check out a vineyard and winery with Scott Loney and Alicia Worley. I love touring wineries, and I have a feeling you do too. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Scott Loney.
And I'm Alicia Worley, and we're with Country Estates. Today we're in beautiful Suisun Valley at Wood Valley Winery. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Lisa, how are you?
Hey, good. Ron,
welcome. Well, welcome to Wood Valley. I'm going to take you guys around for a short tour today and learn a little bit about Wood Valley Winery, Suisun Valley, and all kinds of fun stuff that happens out here. Let's go on over to the winery. Well, we just entered our fermenting cellar, and in this building is where we ferment all of our red wines. Those tanks back here will be all full of red wine. Some are full right now fermenting because we are in harvest. And then this piece of equipment behind me is our press, which is a newer piece of equipment that we've had for about 4 or 5 years. Right now we're in harvest, so it's a super busy time, but a great time to be visiting. So I always encourage people to come out and visit the winery. If they see my brother destemming some grapes down here, come on down and check it out. You said earlier you want to try something coming out of this press. Well, there'll be some juice coming out in a couple of days out of this press.
Cool.
Stop by and see that. So this is in the fermenting cellars where we turn grape juice into wine. This is our barrel room. We have approximately 250 barrels in this room, and we put all of our red wines in wood. Part of the reason you put wine in wood, red wine in particular, is not for oak flavor. It's actually to soften the tannins that are in the grape skins.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so some people think, oh, I want oak flavor, but it's actually making the wine softer because oak has a tannin. Grape skins have a tannin. Together, the oak softens the grape skin tannin.
They work together.
That's it. They work together. Well, here brought you out to our demonstration vineyard that we have at the winery. Vineyards is where most of our business is. Of course, we have the winery, but we operate around 400 acres of grapes, about 300 that we own in the family. And so it's the biggest part of our business. And we are really farmers first. So even in the style of our wines, we want them to be fruit forward. We want to taste the grape. I better get back to work, you guys. It's harvest time.
I want to thank you so much, Ron, for taking the time to give us the tour.
Welcome. Yeah, as you know, I'm passionate about Suisun Valley. I think it's got a lot to offer.
We are too.
We need to let people know. So.
Absolutely. Thanks for helping us get the word out.
There you go. Thank you, and thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay, now we're going to take a stroll through the vineyards to our featured listing at 2417 Morrison Lane. Come on. Okay, now we're in the farmhouse. It's approximately 2,000 square feet. Has a big great room with the master bedroom off of the great room. Spiral staircase leading to the loft. And then over here, we have a brand new, fully remodeled kitchen with hickory cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances that lead off into the back 1.25 acres that are sitting on the creek. It's great, you gotta see it.
That's what really makes this location special.
Yeah, come and check it out. Yeah, isn't this awesome? You're on over an acre. You got the vineyard right here. Even though you're on over an acre, and you've got surrounded by vineyards that are on 10, 20 acres. Some of them are across the street are 180 acres.
You don't have to maintain them,
yeah,
but you get to take in the view, right?
It's awesome. Anyways, we'd like to thank you for coming with us on our tour of the Woodin Valley Winery.
Our little adventure.
Our little adventure and our listing that we just listed, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
I love the quaint appeal of small town living, farm culture, and the beautiful wineries these communities have to offer. Up next is another winery in a small town at the north end of Santa Barbara County. Let's check it out with Amy Baird.
So hi, I'm Amy Baird, and I'm up in Santa Barbara County on the north end of the county called Santa Maria, a little town called Old Orchid, and we're at Presqu'île Winery, which is a gorgeous property. We're out on 200 acres with Matt Murphy, who's the co-founder and president, and he's going to give us a little bit of information on the history and what Presqu'île means and what brought you out west.
So we're here at Presqu'île Winery. This is my family's winery and vineyard here. We have 200 acres in Santa Barbara County, Santa Maria Valley, as you mentioned, focusing on Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. And so we're here in the winery. This is the red wine floor. Red wine tanks behind us, and we're just wrapping up harvest as we speak. So kind of a good time to be up here. So the piece of property that we're on has a lot of undulation, rolling hills, a lot of elevation change, and so we wanted to play off of that in the way we designed and built the winery and tasting room. And so the winery sits up top at about 1,000 feet above sea level, connected underground to the cave and the tasting room. And so it's all gravity flow, and that's an ancient way of making wine before, you know, pumps and electricity and all these things, modern conveniences existed.
Yes.
This is the way wine was made.
It'd be great to go ahead and take a tour of the winery, and you can show us around what's happening in the vineyard since you've already got most of the wine harvested. There's a little bit of grapes still out there, and see where we are.
Sounds good.
Thanks. Still here at Friskill Winery, and it's the first opportunity I've ever had to actually interview my brother, Pryor Baird, who's out from Nashville, here in Santa Maria, our little hometown actually of Old Orchid, and he's going to play tonight for a sold-out crowd and promote Friskill, promote some nonprofits, and I just want Pryor to be able to give him an opportunity to tell us what's new in his music world.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on all the time. You know, we've got a new record coming out, we've got a new band started, getting, you know, traveling a lot on the road. We've got people behind us now, and we've got some good momentum moving forward, and just having a great time being able to come home and, you know, share with my family and share with, you know, one of my great friends, Caleb Lee, and have him come out here and just enjoy, you know, what this beautiful piece of the world has to offer. And we're just happy to be here. That's what it's all about, keeping it all together. And it takes a village to make anything happen. This is the best village I know about.
That's the truth. And it's great to have family here that we get to see you when you visit, get to see you in Nashville. Love you, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go play some music.
Let's go play some music. I'll listen. I'll drink some wine.
Hell yeah.
Last but not least, Brandy Dudenhofer takes us to a zoo that started as a family-owned farm, full of cute animals and a short drive from St. Louis, Missouri. Let's check out Big Joel's Safari.
All right, Joel, well, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started Big Joel Safari.
Kind of a long story, but sort of a short story too. Me and my wife started the park 7 years ago. We live here, it's a small operation, but I was an animal science graduate from the University of Missouri, and I've always wanted to be a zookeeper, and that seemed to be the best way to achieve those things until we finally figured out we'll just start our own zoo instead of working for another zoo.
So there's a little history here to the property, though. You didn't just purchase it recently 7 years ago. There's some history to it.
Yeah, well, I grew up on the property, and due to different medical issues with my mom, I did a lot of the upkeep when I was back in town for a few weeks, and eventually I kind of told them what I'd like to do, and they said, well, you can buy it from us and you can take over the farm. So
That's awesome. So what kind of animals did you grow up with here on the farm?
pretty normal. Actually, a lot of miniature horses. My uncle was into miniature horses, and we were busy all the time, and horses are kind of pretty easy to maintain. We had a few goats, and llamas were the first any exotic hoof stock that we ever had on the property. And so we have a lot of animals that we highlight that we just really like, and we think the public, and it's kind of worked. So you can get a lot, even though you can't touch a lot of the animals here, or some of the animals, you can get pretty close and get up close, see what they look like, sometimes see what they smell like. So, you know.
I guess that's a perk, or not so.
Oh, it's not that bad.
But that was truly what your design was to make sure that the encounter that your guests have is that they can get a little closer to the animal.
Yeah, because at no point are the animals stressed. A lot of these guys are raised either from a small age, or we've come across, we like calm animals that can be easy to work with for us to work with, and so they really don't care if the public's there sometimes, you know. They're not stressed out.
Okay. So here this says education station. What is this space here?
When we're open every hour, we have a few reptiles out here that kids can touch and feel. We have usually a tortoise, a snake, and an alligator we bring out.
Joel, can you tell us about your hours of operation?
Yes, this season we opened up in April. We're going to November 3rd. We're open Thursday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sundays from 11 to 5. And you can always go to our website at www.bigjoelsafari for more information too.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream, and we hope that you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and thank you so much for watching.